You worked with Tyler Drew at the antique shop.
Yeah.
Hello, it's me, Matt Loftus, and welcome to Matt's B-Movie Reviews. Oh yes, the show that looks at cult films that may have escaped your radar. And I'm coming to you live, well, almost live. I know. Firstly, it's been ages since I actually sat down and did one of these reviews. I've obviously not stopped watching movies, but it's just been difficult to try and get the actual time to sit down, set up a rig and just record myself ranting about the latest B movies that I've seen. But I'm going to make an effort to try and do a few audio reviews actually, whilst showing you some clips of the movie while I'm wobbling on about it. This is a whole new style for me actually, and if you like it, you'll have to let me know in the comments below. Drop me a like as well. I think I've waffled on quite enough, so on to this week's movie review, a movie that I watched last night, 2017's Polaroid. Here's the plot. A bunch of teens come a cropper as they use an ancient
1970s Polaroid camera
to much hilarity. No, that'd be a different type of movie. It seems that every time the teens take a photo, a mysterious shadow appears, and the shadow kills one teen after another. If they take another photo, the shadow moves to the other photo and goes after the other teen. But how do they stop this mysterious shadow, and what is the mystery behind the camera? I know I did a poor job of explaining that actually. Firstly, I want to say the reason I saw this film, Polaroid, it's a common idea, I suppose, in horror, and I've seen quite a few short films myself about a haunted camera and people taking a photo and something appears either in the picture or it appears in the flash as someone has taken the photograph. And it's an old device. I've even seen it used in like an episode of The Twilight Zone, I believe, back in the 1950s. I can't remember the name of that, but it'll probably be on screen now because I will have researched this afterwards. And also, I was a big fan of Goosebumps in the 90s, and that had a book called Say Cheese and Die, which was about a group of kids who find a mysterious camera, and it seems to predict the future with ill, disaster sort of thing. I just vaguely remember one kid, they take a photo, the kid's not in it, and later the kid goes missing. Another kid, they take a photo and he's like falling or something like that, and he breaks his ankle, that sort of thing. And I mean, it's definitely an old plot device used in horror, but if used successfully, it can be quite fun. And I've got to say, Polaroid, I didn't expect to really get that much out of it because I don't know, there's just something about, I saw the trailer way back actually. I'm going to go off on a slight tangent here. The movie's been held back for quite a number of years. I think mainly because it got caught up in the Harvey Weinstein case, because that was a movie they had on their roster books or whatever you want to call it. So it basically got held back and lost in limbo, but it's just started to be released this year. I think it was actually fully completed in 2017, but I think it was announced in like 2014 because it was based off a short film, which I think I've seen the original short film that predates this movie, but then again, I've seen that many killer camera short movies called Polaroid on YouTube that I'm not 100% sure. And speaking of killer short films about cameras, I actually made one called Photo back in 2015 for the 15-second horror short competition, and I'm going to put it up now. Okay, shameless plug over, but I hope you enjoyed that, and drop me a comment below if you did. Back to Polaroid though, it is a really entertaining movie actually. I definitely consider it a B movie. If you check out the trailer, which is plastered all over YouTube, I'll try and put it in the description as well. Just one look at it screams B movie, and it actually, surprisingly, is of higher quality than you'd expect seeing the trailer, and obviously based off the subject matter. There's I'm gonna have to be careful how I word this actually. Pretty decent plot for this sort of movie. I myself love ghost movies, and this is very much a ghost movie, a killer ghost. How do you fight a ghost? Because, the ghost is already dead, obviously. But I would highly recommend checking this movie out, actually. Like I say, there's a young cast. They all do the jobs pretty well. There's probably a few bits of dodgy acting in there, but some of the dialogue is not the best, so that's not really their fault. But they don't do a bad job. Although it makes me laugh when you watch stuff like, I don't know, Scream or whatever. It's almost like the actors are sort of like, they're taking on a roles very similar to characters in like a, sort of Scream franchise, but, they're even younger than those characters. But that could be just me because, I'm getting on a bit, and the younger the actors now, I sort of think, oh, is this realistic that these young teens would, encounter this problem? Whereas it wasn't something I worried about when I was a teenager watching a movie. I just thought, oh yeah, that's a teenager. That's what these characters are getting into. So I don't know, maybe I'm getting slightly cynical in my old age. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So as for gore, it doesn't do too bad, actually. It's probably fairly light. There's some quite tense moments, actually, as it's like the killer's coming after the main group in the movie, because they're actually all in one of the one of the Polaroids that was taken. So it's like, who's it going to go after first? Pretty much everyone. And it's kind of in the vein of Final Destination, actually, but with obviously a Polaroid twist. Reminded me a little bit of, I think, of Final Destination 3, where there was some pictures that gave clues of how death would kill them, that sort of thing. There was a good role in it as well, I've got to point out. Mitch Plague, who played Skinner, or who still plays Skinner, I suppose, on X-Files, and has been in Supernatural as Sam and Dean's grandfather. I actually met the guy yonks ago. He came to HMV in Leeds, and I got his autograph, along with thousands of other people, so he'd never remember me. But yeah, he did. He had a pretty decent role, actually, and I always like seeing him in any sort of horror content. And so basically, if you can find it, go watch it now. I kid you not. And let me know what you think of the movie. Honestly, it was pretty fun, and my girlfriend really enjoyed it as well. We sat and watched it the other night with a bit of popcorn. And yeah, who doesn't love popcorn? Although I accidentally bought the wrong one, so it was gluten-free, so it had a slight tinge that was a little bit different. But that's nothing to do with the movie, so go check out the movie, buy some full gluten-dripping popcorn, and just check it out, and let me know what you think. I've already said that a few times, but what the hell? So that's about it for this week's review. Let me know what you think of this format, because it's not often that I actually just appear in a video without actually appearing in a video, That didn't make any sense, I realise. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. I've got plenty of new videos coming out for this channel, and I'm going to improve this sort of format, because this was my first stab at this in quite some time. So be gentle in the comments, be gentle. So click those videos on screen now, subscribe, like, comment, all that jazz, and I will see you soon. Bye. Bye.
Good one.